Now, in this video, I'm going to break this very big misconception that a lot of people tend to believe, and that is the fact that views equals to money. I've been on social media now for 5 years. I've posted over 2,000 videos, and I can't tell you that this couldn't be further from the truth. So, if your goal is to make as much money as possible from your social media, if you have something to teach to your audience, then you may want to listen up to this video, because there are 3 types of videos that really sell to your audience. It's kind of subtle selling, but it's really effective. Now, it may not get the most amount of views out there, it may not go viral as much as you would like, but it will make a big impact into your bank balance. Now, for those of you who are new here and have never heard about me before and haven't watched any of my videos, my name is Ben Alistair. I've been on social media for quite some time now. I actually made over 2,000 videos, and I've actually sold info products well into the 7-figure mark. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, you may want to consider subscribing, because I'll be giving a lot of value around this sort of topics going forward to help you start your own online business in 2025. So with that being said, let's get straight to it. So there are essentially 3 types of videos that you really want to be posting on social media as much as possible, okay? And the first type of video is going to be authority building videos. Now, I actually covered the 3 types because I actually want you to focus and listen to this really carefully. In this day and age where people tend to click off very quickly with social media, especially on short form videos, please pay attention, because this video can actually be really helpful to you. Now, let me zoom in. And the first type of video that you really want to make is essentially breakdown videos. So when I was speaking about Amazon FBA and essentially how to start selling on Amazon FBA, I was basically breaking down whether or not Amazon FBA is still the best model for 2022, 2023, and 2024. This is when I actually stopped speaking about Amazon FBA. What you have to understand, guys, is this. Remember, 90% of the people watching your videos are complete beginners. They are completely new to whatever it is you're talking about. So you may want to ask yourself, if I'm going to be covering the subject that I want to cover, what are the common questions that people are going to have if they're interested in this subject? And one of the most common subjects were, is Amazon FBA still okay? Is it still working? Is it better than, let's say, for example, TikTok or selling on eBay? Should I try out dropshipping or something else? So videos around whether or not Amazon FBA was a great business model back in 2022 always used to do really well, and actually showed the fact that I know what I'm talking about, because in the very beginning of the video, each and every single video, I used to speak about my results, how I've been selling on the platform for quite some time, and therefore, given that I can do it, so can you. And I'm posting this video in 2022, in 2023. And for those of you who are actually interested in selling on Amazon, the business model still works in 2025. Also, since I'm still selling. Also, what you want to do is you want to give case study videos. Now, again, these videos will not do well in terms of views, but it will convince the public that you are actually an authority in this niche, in this genre, and therefore will listen to your videos. You will essentially basically start collecting the people that you really want to speak to each and every single day. So for me, for example, how I helped a client go from 0 to 10K a month with Amazon FBA, and exactly the same thing would work for you as well. How I helped this client go from here to there with the niche that you are in, because you are essentially conveying quite a few things. Number 1, that you're an authority that you should be listened to. Number 2, that you actually have worked with other people before. And number 3 is the fact that in the video, if you actually get the person to be in the video as well, it just builds your credibility that much more, because you know, you're not just speaking, you're not just faking it, you're not just making things up. There are other people involved in the video who are speaking about how you have helped them. It's basically kind of like a testimonial video in a long form YouTube format that is also informative to your audience as well. Really powerful, but again, will not get you the most amount of views. And last but not least, of course, is the big mistakes video as well, because the reality is this: most people tend to care more about how much they have got to lose and how much pain they may potentially be in, as opposed to how much money they can gain. Okay, so when it came to, again, back to my Amazon FBA videos, the videos that I used to make around how much money you may potentially lose and the mistakes that you may potentially make in regards to this business model worked so much better than the videos how you can make 100,000 or a million or 10K a month or whatever, because people always gravitate to what can they potentially lose. Okay, if we, for example, lose £10 and it falls out of our pocket, we're going to be much worse off. We're going to be much more sad about the loss of 10 pounds than if we found 10 pounds, on the street and we picked it up. So loss aversion type of videos are always going to do really, really well. So in your subject, in your niche, you always want to think about, okay, what are the potential downfalls? What are potentially people scared of in my potential category? So for example, let's say you're in the fitness niche, and let's say you speak about leg development and you're, speaking about how to do proper squat techniques and stuff, then make sure to go at the angle of, to prevent knee injury, to prevent back pain when you're squatting, how to make sure that you are not getting injured when you're squatting over a certain amount of weight and so on. If you're, say, for example, one of my clients right now is actually helping people start their own franchises. So you can go into videos about how to prevent you losing, 50,000 plus in your first year when starting up your own franchise, how to prevent losing all of your money and going into debt on your very first franchise. Those type of videos will always do better, and they will build the authority at the same time. So we covered the first type of videos, okay? Authority building videos. Next up, we have behind the scenes and challenge type of videos. Now, these ones are a bit more difficult to do because a challenge essentially gets you to actually do the actual challenge as well. Now, you can cheat your way and kind of speak about what happened and not actually show it, but the best ones are actually the ones where you actually go and actually carry out the challenge. So in my case, it was I tried Amazon FBA for 30 days and this is what happened, okay? But let's say, for example, you are in the fitness niche. Well, I tried fasting for 3 days and this is what happened. Or let's say, for example, I only drank water for 10 days and this is what happened. Okay, now these sort of challenge videos in the right niche can also do really, really well because you're actually taking people on a journey. So you will actually get people interested to see what happens at the very end, what kind of result is at the very, very end. But also you're showing that you are going above and beyond for your audience to actually show them what are the mistakes that you could potentially come up with, what are the struggles, what are the challenges, and what is the potential outcome. Those videos are not going to be easy to make, which is, be honest, I was quite lazy about those, but they are actually really, really powerful. And some of my social media friends who are in various niches have said that the behind the scenes videos have done really, really well. Now, the ones that I have ran with quite a lot is actually day in the life type of videos. So for example, with my Amazon FBA business, I actually wanted to show what does your day-to-day actually look like that most people don't really talk about. So for example, when it comes to selling on Amazon, one thing that people don't know is the fact that you have to work in odd hours because you're speaking to the Chinese suppliers each and every single day on their time zone. So if you're based in Europe and you're speaking to Chinese suppliers, prepare for some late nights. So in my day in the life videos, I would always show that, hey, I'm on my laptop at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Something that people would never know. Now, I also showed the fact that I'm going to the storage units each and every single day as well to send some of the products to the Amazon storage units, because what happens is that the main selling point of Amazon is the fact that you can bring products from China and send them straight to Amazon's warehouse. But the reality is sometimes you have to send them from China to your place first and then from your place to Amazon. And I wanted to show that part that, hey, I am carrying the boxes, I am opening up, I'm checking whether or not the products are in good quality, I'm sticking on the labels and so on. So by giving that real life advice and value that, hey, I'm doing what you want to do each and every single day, once again, builds the authority, it gives you behind the scenes look, and it shows that you are a real person doing the thing that you're actually talking about and teaching other people with, and they are very, very powerful as well. Now, we covered authority building videos. Think about what that would do in your niche. Behind the scenes videos, a bit easier than the challenge ones. And then the last but not least is conversion videos. Now, these are the ones that are essentially turning your viewers into customers, okay? For me, the best video that I have ever made had pretty much no editing whatsoever. It had very, very shitty lighting. I didn't speak on a script or anything like that, and it was actually product research tutorial videos, okay? So again, remember that your audience are completely brand new, and you always have to ask yourself, what are the questions that they would ask if they were interested in my niche? You may even want to use AI to give you a helping hand on here, but when it came to selling on Amazon, when it came to selling on e-commerce, one of the very first videos that got really a lot of views was everything to do with product research. How do you find a product that will actually sell on the platform? So by me creating those type of videos did really well. What did even better, for example, my best ever performing video was actually how to do a full tutorial of how to set up your own business, how to set up your own business bank account, and actually how to start an Amazon FBA business. But the reason why I did really well is because in the very first 5 seconds, I had gov.uk website open. Okay, so when people opened up my YouTube video, they actually saw that this is exactly what they're looking for, i.e. setting up the company, and it's setting up the company in the country that they are watching from. So they were much more likely to watch the whole video, and once they have digested about an hour worth of my content, they were far more likely to be interested in my services. So again, think about it back to your niche. What is it that you can show that you really understand what they want, what they need in the country that they are in, and you are the best person to speak to if they are interested in getting help from you later down the line. And also remember, you can do some sort of soft pitch in your videos as well. So you can actually speak about, in my case, how I went from 0 to 50K a month using this business model that I'm about to speak to you on this video. And what's really important in this is the fact that you're actually showing them the results, not like a screenshot that can be edited, not anything like that, but you're actually showing them on the video that, hey, I have got these results. This is exactly that you want to achieve, and therefore you should listen to me because this is what I've done to get to the place that I'm at in right now. These type of videos are essentially soft pitch videos because you're not essentially selling them anything, but you're clearly stating that, hey, I am the person that can help you achieve what you want to achieve if you just listen to the advice that I have been giving you over the last few videos. So with all of that being said, these are the 3 types of videos that you should be posting as much as you possibly can on social media to actually convert viewers into customers. I can't stress this enough. You need to stop thinking about how many views your videos are getting, but you always have to think about how many of those views are actually turning into leads. I would much rather, guys, get 100 views from the exact audience that I am interested in, as opposed to getting 100,000 views from people who can't afford my services. Maybe they're underage, maybe they're from countries that would never ever buy, and therefore those views are completely meaningless. And trust me on that one, I'm speaking from experience. So with that being said, please do subscribe if you want to see much more content valuable like this with no edits, just straight up value. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.